Hi! And hi and welcome to Fire and Steel. Today we have another Nordic knife, this time from our own country, Norway, for those who were wondering. It's the Samekniven KS9 from Stuorniibi.
It's a Sami knife.
It's a Sami knife.
Specs. The overall length is 13.8 inches. Blade length is 9 inches. The thickness is 0.2 inches. And now we're not sure about the weight, so we're going to put that in the annotation once we weigh it.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. It's a high carbon steel. Now, Stuorniibi doesn't want to give us info on their steel. They keep it secret, which is fine. So we don't have much info on it, except that it's high carbon. We heard some rumors that it's been made from spring feathers, from cars. Back in the days, at least, I don't know how they do it now, but it's made up north, in Karasjok, far north. It's a Scandi grind with a rat tail tang, so the tang comes out at the bottom here. For a small little pommel, not really a pommel, a little bit. That's a brass collar and a brass finish to the bottom, brass plate. Now the knife looks horrible right now. I've had this knife for about 15, 17 years, I think it is. It's a very old knife. I've used the Sami knives my entire life, so I love them. The handle is a slow-growing birch handle, which sits well in the hand. Feels very good. Sheath. The sheath is a brown reindeer hide sheath with some reindeers, as you can see on 4 reindeers, heads down. Has a nice detail. I love the details on this sheath. The colors up top there are the Sami flag colors. They have their own flag, the Sami people. And the brass button here is so when you put your knife in and out, you squeeze it. So you don't cut too much into the leather. So you squeeze it, put it in. Same goes when out. You pull it there, and then you squeeze, you pull it out. It's fairly worn, as you can see. It's been used for so many years that, it's pretty beat up. The knife itself is it's a very good tool. I mean, I baton with it. Do pretty much everything with it, and I've done everything with it for so many years. The only thing it doesn't really do is strike a fire steel off the spine. But you can just sharpen the spine. But I use strikers on my fire steel, so it doesn't really matter. This doesn't come with a knife, by the way. It's walrus bone. I bought this on Svalbard a few years back, so I just attached it to it. The loop is big, so it sits well on the belt. It can handle a big belt as well. Some people have complaints, or not complaints, but they think this is going to come off. That's never done. Never the case. It's not going to happen. A wee pole at the bottom, a small one, and it has that Sami style thing to it. The knife performs very well. It has really good ergonomics. It's thin, and you get that 2 and 3 finger grip to it when you hold further down the knife. And has an okay weight to it for chopping.
Yeah.
So this knife is made to do everything, but mainly chopping, I would say. But I've got fish with it. I've used it on game as well. It's not as good as that because of the size, but hey, the Sami people or Stuorniibi makes it so that you can just. It's a great camping tool. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I know they retail for about $140. And they still do that. They were pretty expensive, and they kept that price. So I remember my father bought this similar knife when he was young, and it cost the same then, so that was pretty costly back then, since it's costly now too. The Knivsmed Strømang family legacy goes back to the 1600s. They kept their tradition to generations and generations until now. It's a beautiful knife, in my opinion. It's been used for so long that, yeah.
You can vouch for it.
Yeah, I can vouch for it. It's recommended, highly, highly recommended. I sent one of these to Tactical about a year ago, I think it is. I can't remember. You probably remember, Tac. I don't know if he's made a video of it yet. I don't think so. But yeah. What you think about the KS9?
It's a good knife. Nice knife. I haven't used it as much, so I don't have as much to say about it as you, but I can't find any faults with it at all. And it's a cool looking traditional knife, in my opinion.
And so many people believe that it has some magical powers, or they used to believe that. You could cut off sickness from your body, stop blood, do all that kind of magic stuff. The medicine men they had back then. So it has magical powers. No, it doesn't. But
yes, it does.
yes, it does. But yeah, I would recommend using mink oil on the sheath to give it a little bit more water resistance. It's pretty dry when it comes, so oil it up. It will be better. But yeah. I don't know. Strømang has a lot of different knives in their inventory. A lot of different sizes, with finger guard, without finger guard, black coated blades, and they have this old style birch on the handles. There are different styles. I just prefer this normal style to it, but yeah.
Traditional.
Traditional style. The ergonomics are great. It's good for chopping, good for batoning. It'll deliver. Trust me, it'll deliver.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life. So I have chipped it there. So, but it rolled. It didn't chip. So I'm guessing it's not far from 12C27 steel. It can't be far off. But I'm guessing now, as I said. But yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's all we have.
Yeah. There's not much to say. It's recommended. Price isn't too bad. And as I said, I can recommend it a lot to people that want a traditional big knife.
Yeah.
It's the way to go.
Yeah, if you're looking for the traditional Norwegian knife, this is it.
Yeah, the Knivsmed Strømang is definitely the original one.
I don't think there's a home that doesn't have this hanging above a fireplace or something.
No, I think that's true, yeah. A lot of people do love these knives. And I think Korswando and Knivsmed Strømang, and there's a few others, but there aren't too many that actually make knives for the Sami people. There are just a few knife companies that do that.
Yeah.
And Strømang and Korswando are two of those that we've tested at least.
Yeah, I guess that's all we had for the Samekniven KS9. See you again next time. Oh, yo.